All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for this week's Space Academy program. Congratulations, you've made it through your week. Excellent work. My name is Hannah. You've seen me around this week, and this evening I will be your master of ceremonies for graduation. This week is a momentous day, this evening is a momentous night, as you are about to join nearly 1 million Space Camp alumni from over 140 countries and all 50 states who have attended Space Camp since it opened in 1982. Among our alumni are countless physicists, doctors, and engineers, but we are also very proud to now have 11 astronauts, 2 cosmonauts, and 2 commercial astronauts as alumni. Most recently, our 2 commercial astronauts were Chris Zembrowski, our first crew trainer to fly in space, so my crew trainers, that could be you, and Jared Isaacman, our first aviation challenge graduate to fly. They returned from 3 days orbiting the Earth just about 2 weeks ago with part of the Inspiration 4 mission. Upcoming alumni launching soon as part of the Artemis program are Christina Cook, Kate Rubins, and Jasmine Mugbelly, and one of them could possibly be the first woman on the moon. So we look forward to potentially adding that to our list of accolades. Before we graduate our team, I would like to introduce one more alumni who is our special guest this evening, a speaker from Northrop Grumman, Rebecca Torzone. Rebecca resides in Crofton, Maryland, with her family of 4 children. Her passion for the U.S. space program dates back to 1984, when she was 8 years old and in the 2nd grade. She's a graduate of Space Academy 1, which is the program you are in right now, Space Academy 2, which is now known as Advanced Academy, and Aviation Challenge. She received the Right Stuff Award while attending Space Academy 2, an award that one of you will receive tonight as well. Her career in STEM has been inspired by this passion, and she largely attributes it to being a Space Camp participant. Rebecca has been with Northrop Grumman since 2000 and has worked a broad set of programs across multiple locations, including Colorado Springs, New Orleans, Los Angeles, and Baltimore. Her roles encompassed system engineering, strategy, logistics, engineering, functional leadership, and a series of increasingly responsible program management positions in superconducting electronics and airborne and ground radar business. I know, it's very impressive. In her current role as Vice President, Strategy and Performance for Engineering and Sciences, she is chartered with developing strategies and implementing initiatives to ensure Northrop Grumman meets the growing demand to hire cleared and well-qualified engineers and scientists. This organization will also ensure newly hired employees are effectively onboarded, trained, and equipped to deliver exceptional program performance. Rebecca holds a bachelor's degree in engineering physics from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, a master's degree in computer science from Colorado Technical University, and a master's degree in aeronautical science from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. Rebecca also has completed the University of Chicago Booth School of Business Executive Strategy program. Now, please welcome me in joining Rebecca Torzone.
Hey there, good evening. All right, so first of all, congratulations. You guys made it. It's a whole week. You guys looked a little bit tired coming in, though, I will say, and I know why. You have been busy all week, haven't you? All right, so I understand on Sunday night you were asked the question about how many of you wanted to be an astronaut, and now after this experience, I want to know how many of you want to be an astronaut. I'm seeing a lot of hands in this audience. How many of you want to go on and be an engineer? That's awesome. That's really awesome. I'm super proud of you. I will say it took a lot of courage for you all to be here this week. Amidst a pandemic, it sounds like you probably missed a week of school and you have all sorts of schoolwork to catch up. So I really applaud you for being here. It took a lot of courage to be away from home and away from your friends, and I imagine even away from your cell phones and your electronics, and really hopefully you engaged this week. I wanted to spend just a couple minutes talking to you about why I'm passionate about Space Camp and how it shaped, I think, who I am and really what I've done with my career. So this is a little bit tree, and it's supposed to represent sort of this growth that I've had over this long career that I've had. It was more than 30 years ago I sat in the seats that you're sitting in, and I was inspired to want to be an astronaut. And I spent many, many years trying to get an education that I thought would help me to become an astronaut. And I will say in the end, while I stand here and I'm not an astronaut, and that's no longer my goal, things changed along the way, and NASA changed their height requirements. And if any of you come stand next to me, you'll see that I don't meet those height requirements. But I will say that this path, I started at Space Camp, and I went on to get a STEM education, and it brought me a lot of choices in my career. So when the astronaut thing didn't work out for me, I still had a lot of choices, and I ended up in this really great career where I literally do rocket science every day. So while I know they read my bio, what I do every day, I literally build rocket motors that go on spacecraft and send things. In fact, my team is building a rocket motor that is going to bring some of the soil back from Mars back to Earth. And so my team is building that rocket motor. So it's just super exciting. So I wanted to share a little bit of my history. As long as you promise not to laugh at me in some of these old pictures, you all take digital pictures on all your phones. I had to go back to like old hard copies of pictures. You guys don't even know what those are in developing pictures. But these are a couple of pictures of me when I was at Space Camp and Space Academy. And it was at Space Camp that I met my counselors here who talked to me about college and what kind of college I wanted to go to. And I literally went to the college that my counselor recommended that I go to. And so while I convinced my parents to send me to the first Space Academy, and I came from a home where neither of my parents were college educated, and they couldn't really afford to send me to Space Camp, and they told me I had to save every penny that I earned babysitting and shoveling and yard work and all these things, they found a way to send me to Space Camp, and I loved it so much. I came back two more years after that, and I'll tell you in a minute, I later came with my family later on. But it was really my counselors who really inspired me then to go on to college. They introduced me to this idea of engineering. And quite frankly, my parents just weren't equipped to tell me about engineering, but they did. And that's how I ended up, you can see over on the right-hand side of the chart there, I ended up getting a degree in engineering. And I will say that engineering is really, really hard. But I am a firm believer that anything that is worth doing in life is really hard to do in life, and it's worth it in the end. So while I worked really hard to get that degree, and I don't think I was the smartest kid in college, I certainly wasn't the smartest kid in my high school, I persevered through that, and I had a lot of people who encouraged me along the way. So I went on to get my education, and I loved it so much, I went on to get master's degrees, which is beyond college, but I did that through the work that I was doing actually at Northrop Grumman, so I got Northrop Grumman to pay for those college degrees, which was great. And then I've spent a career doing all sorts of science and technology and engineering and math kind of related things, and I have so much fun every day at work. I will say that I get to work with some of the most intelligent people in the entire world. I work with researchers and PhD students and people who are inventing things that are going to bring us into the next generation of technology. In my introduction, they talked about superconducting electronics. And that's going to take what are big data centers that are running all of your social media like Instagram and TikTok, and they're going to take these big data centers where all that data is, and they're going to bring them down to like almost a chip size and be able to store all that data. And the team that I got to lead is working on the technology on that. I've got to put things on aircraft and spacecraft and design those things. And like I said, now I get to work on rocket motors and bring things back from Mars. And I get to help our warfighters and keep them safe overseas as they're working on our freedoms. So I've always kept my foot sort of in the Space Camp world. I continue to be involved. I brought my own family. I brought my son and my niece back to Family Space Camp a number of years ago. I will say my son fired me on our mission when he was the mission control director. He actually literally fired me, and the counselor had to tell him that he could not fire me. And I've continued to stay active as an alumni of Space Camp. In fact, we have some activities happening this weekend. So what I say to all of you is that you're entering this network of people around you that really care about your future and can really help you with your future. So all you have to do is ask questions and be curious and want to continue to learn, and all of those folks will help you. And now I get to work for this great company, Northrop Grumman, and we're here to partner with all of you, and we care about your futures. And why? Why do we care about your futures? Because we are so far behind in the United States in terms of science and technology and engineering and math. We need all of you, every single one of you, to enter a career in that. And there are so many things that you can do with that. It does not have to be the astronaut that lands on the moon. The thousands and thousands of people that it's required to design the aircraft, test the aircraft, get astronauts ready, look at the data, bring the data home, bring the soil home, understand all of the biology behind it and what our astronauts are going to feel. We need people in every single one of those, and I promise you, every one of you in this room has a quality and a skill that can contribute to that in that way. So I wanted to share some of my own personal experiences so that you understand that I sat in your seat. I had parents who were not college educated, and I stand here today and I'm college educated. I run a big organization, I run a big business, I get to run lots of engineers, and it's really a result of my going to Space Camp, and I don't have any other connection other than Space Camp. So I hope that inspires you. And if somebody could help me play the video, that would be great. I want to show you just a few things about working at Northrop Grumman. So super cool, right? That launch was sending supplies up to our International Space Station. And like I said, thousands of people were behind that launch. It does not just come down to the maybe 5 or 7 or 8 astronauts that go up. And while that's a tremendous job and a really important job, thousands of people are behind those folks, supporting them and leading up to that event. I'm going to leave you with just a couple thoughts, and some of this comes, from my own experiences. Number one, I talked about a degree and a career in STEM. It's not easy. It's actually really, really hard, but anything worth doing is hard to do, and so stick with it. And you might have people along the way that tell you that you can't do it or that you're not capable of it. I had some of those folks too. Don't listen to those folks. You absolutely can do it if you've got the right focus and you're willing to persevere through any of those rocky times. You absolutely can do it. And it's okay to have a few road bumps along the way. Everybody fails at something. I have failures every day in my job, and I am still employed at Northrop Grumman, and I'm still able to achieve a lot of things, and so it's okay to fail. What's important is how you pick yourself up from that failure and you decide to come back and try it again the next day. So don't let somebody change that in your head. And then the last thought I will leave you with is I hope that this inspires you, and I hope that you all will continue to reach out to Northrop Grumman, and we will give you a job as soon as you're ready. So reach out to me. I will give you internships and jobs, and someday maybe I will be working for you. So with that, congratulations, and I'm really excited to see you graduate.
Thank you so much for coming to speak with us this evening. Can we get one more round of applause? All right, it is officially time to graduate. We're going to go one team at a time. Your crew trainer is going to stand you up. You're going to come line up across the front. And then when it is your turn, you can take your mask off, you can come across the stage, and then we'll line up on the other side to return to our seats. Our first team to come up to the stage this evening is Team Metcalf-Lindenberger. As part of World Space Week, all 4 of our teams this week have names from astronauts who are Space Camp alumni, women who have gone to space. You all right? Our first trainee is Jakaya. Feel free to wave. Sophia. Matthew, nickname Ray Charles. Kaylin. Kiera. Anthony. Michaela. Jade, I like the scarf. It's very cute. I like the scarf. It's very cute. I like your scarf. Jade. Here you go. Jalen. Dawson. Dylan. And Kaylee. Let's have one more round of applause for Metcalf-Lindenberger. Our second team tonight is Team Anand, led by Maddox Flores. Caleb. Kyle. Emily. Alexis. Logan. Adrian. Yes. You can take them offline. You put them on. Ariana. Robin. Nichelle. And Braylon. Let's have one more round of applause for Team Anand. Our next team is Team Christopher Reddy, led by Victor Kirkpatrick. Scoot over. Ready? Jacqueline. Keziah. Cedriana. Edward. Trinity. Sounds baby Yoda. Sierra. Edward. April. Hold on one sec, April. Jemiah. Alex. Jackson. Elisa. Alicia, excuse me. Thank you. That's why I got you. Just help me out. Brianna. Go. Aviana. And can I get a happy birthday on 3? 1, 2, 3. Christy. One more round of applause for Team Cristoforetti. And last but not least, Team Rubens. Starting with Javion. Kavion. Akira. Alexis. Michael. Zaylin. Teria. Carla. Kayla. Got you. Ebonique. Anthony. Rakaya. And Daryl. Let's give Team Rubens and all of our teams one more round of applause. All right, while our last trainees are returning to their seats, it is time to begin what I think is one of my favorite parts of graduation, and what I'm sure might be yours as well. That's the awards. So while you are here, yes. While you were here this week, whether you knew it or not, we were keeping an eye on you and your different teams. We were looking at how well you performed in some activities, how well you worked together as a team, any individuals who really stood out to us as above and beyond, and working really hard this week. And so we have 3 team awards and 1 individual award that we are going to give out tonight. If your team wins an award, feel free to stand up, wave at the audience, wave at the camera back there in the back. Your crew trainer is going to come and get your award and pass it out to you as a team. Our first award today is going to be the Best Mission Patch Award. Ooh, I heard some uh-ohs from the audience. That's not a good sign. I saw all your mission patches, and I thought they were great, personally. While you were here this week, you talked about mission patches and why we designed them. You learned about Gus Grissom, his ill-named capsule that sank, his second capsule, the Molly Brown, that stayed afloat, and how NASA decided that maybe they should stop letting astronauts name their capsules, since the last one we chose was a survivor of the Titanic, and how we started doing mission patches instead. You designed a mission patch to reflect your team spirit and team identity. This week's winner of the Mission Patch Award goes to, can I get a drum roll? T. Metcalf Lindenberger. Team Metcalf Lindenberger, stand up for me. Mark is going to come around and give you an award. And once you've got it, you can go ahead and sit back down. Congratulations. The second award that we're going to give out this evening is for the Outstanding Team. So this week while you were at camp, some of you came to camp knowing each other, some of you didn't. We're looking for a team for outstanding team that has a great level of teamwork amongst their teammates in all they do while they're here at Space Academy. The members of an outstanding team arrive on Sunday as individuals, or maybe a few of them know each other, but when they leave on Friday or they graduate tonight, they have formed a cohesive group. They take on every activity and endeavor with a team attitude, they score well in many categories, and they are always striving for excellence. For this award, team leaders, other staff, members of leadership have the opportunity to nominate teams for it, and then it is decided which team will win. We got several very good nominations this week, and this week's outstanding team is going to go to Team Cristoforetti. Team Cristoforetti, stand up for me. Get your people. Just take all of them and give them back. Team Cristoforetti, go ahead and stand up. All right. Congratulations, Team Cristoforetti. Our third and final team award this week is the Commander's Cup. You guys all did some simulated space missions while you were here this week. Give me like a thumbs up, thumbs sideways, thumbs down. How do we think it went? Oh, I'm seeing a lot of good thumbs up. Excellent. I see one or two thumbs sideways, and that is pretty good. I will take that. Nice work. I'm glad I'm seeing a lot of thumbs up, because usually when we have 3 or more teams, you know, there's a couple teams who do really well and some teams that are kind of in the middle. This week we had a very, very close point spread between all of our teams. In fact, between our first place team and our second place team, there was 1 point of difference. This week, Commander's Cup, can I get a drum roll? Goes to Team Rubens. Congratulations, Team Rubens. We now have an individual award, and she didn't know I was going to do this to her, but Rebecca, would you like to join us up front to pass this out? Our individual award is called The Right Stuff. As you heard earlier, Rebecca actually won this while she was here at camp. This was based off of the Tom Wolfe novel of the same name, which details the trials and risks taken by our Mercury 7 astronauts and the early jet test pilots like Chuck Yeager. And we award it to a single trainee every week that goes above and beyond to make their team's week a success. Our Right Stuff winner this week is from Team Rubens. Can I get a drum roll, please? For Mr. Anthony Rivera. Go ahead and come on up. Congratulations again, Anthony. Now, there is a catch that comes with this. You are not allowed to take that off until you get home tomorrow. So tomorrow morning when you wake up, it goes back on. What are you doing? You're taking it off right now. Come on, put it back on. Tomorrow morning, you got to put that on. It's got to stay on until you get home. That's the thumbs up I like to see. Congratulations again, Anthony, and excellent work this week. Before we conclude our graduation ceremony, we would like to give a couple thank yous. First, you are all here this week because some special adults have lent you to us so that we get to have you for the week. Can I get a round of applause? Again, the camera is back in the back for your teachers and parents who have let you have us this week. They let us have you, and we are so glad that they did. Secondly, can I get a round of applause for your chaperones who have been with us all week long? They're back there in the back. Third, and along with this sort of a mini awards ceremony, I would like you guys to thank the people that I can't do my job without. Your team leaders are with you from morning until when you go to bed, and often before and after you go to bed. They help you with all of your activities. They make sure we are on time places. Let's give them a round of applause. Along with that, amongst our staff, we nominate for ourselves a crew trainer of the week every week and decide who we'd like that to be. We actually have 2 crew trainers of the week this week, and they are both from our night crew trainer staff, Maddox and Victor. And finally, before we dismiss, I would like to have one more thank you to our career speaker this week from Northrop Grumman and our graduation speaker this week, Dr. Erica Hopkins and Rebecca Torzone. With that, we conclude our graduation ceremonies. Again, thank you so much for coming and being here with us this week. We have appreciated having you here and had a great time getting to hang out and know all of you. All of my trainees, we are going to wrap up and head back to the Habitat and start getting ready for bed just like we have the rest of the week. You can finish up your packing and we'll get you out of here. Do I have any other comments from my adults? Are we just ready to go? Put you over here. We're trying to do something before I send people out of here.
I hate to ask this, but can we do another group photo with all the kids?
Shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, because I'm going to have her back in there and make
Yeah, absolutely. We can do that. Before we leave, I know you're seeing your own pictures. We are going to take one more group photo with everybody and their stuff. No! Oh no! We're going to go ahead and take one more group photo. Victor, if you want to start with your team on the stage for me.